Hello. Are you here for your assessment? What do you mean you don't know about any assessment? The assessment is to join the dark side, of course. Everyone comes to the Death Star to join the dark side. Not interested? Are you sure? We have cookies. What do you mean? Of course the cookies are delicious. Do you know who I am? I am Darth Squidious, Sith Lord and head chef at the Death Star Cantina. I make these myself with special dark chocolate chips, extra brown sugar. Well, that's not important. What is important is that I assess you if you want to join the dark side. And I know you want to join the dark side. Smell these cookies and tell me you do not want to join the dark side. I can see the lust in your eyes. Excellent. Now I will start by asking your name. And to be clear, you are human, correct? Good. Certain types of lizard people can shapeshift and make very convincing looking humans, but often humans have great power with the Force. Now I will use my Force tentacles to assess your brain to decide if you are Force sensitive. Humans tend to have very many Force sensitives, more than a lot of other species. Though many human Force sensitives get picked up by the Jedi Order at a very young age. So it is good that we got you before they did. You do appear to be very Force sensitive, though how Force sensitive you are will require a few tests. We will probably have to have you undergo some special blood tests to calculate your exact midichlorian count, which will determine how sensitive you are to the Force. But we can take care of that later. Now that I have determined that you are force sensitive, I will have to ask a bit about your family history. Most force sensitives inherit that sensitivity from family members. So I have to be sure that you do not come from a family of Jedis, and if you lie, I will know you are lying. So tell me, do you have any Jedis or Siths or anyone siding with the Jedi Order in your family or your ancestry? No. That is a surprise. Then is there any case in your history of you being artificially given force sensitivity? Because there have been cases of that. Still no. Well, that is very rare. Then it appears your force sensitivity comes from a natural evolution. Many of us are evolving, becoming more and more supreme. And this appears to be what is happening to you. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we will have to take a blood test to determine your exact midichlorian count. Most humans have about 2,500 midichlorians per cell, but I can already tell you have far more than that. The more force-sensitive one is, the higher their midichlorian count. So far, the highest count known was in one Darth Vader, previously known as Anakin Skywalker. He had a count of 20,000 midichlorians per cell. While it is not likely that you have this many, it is imperative to know the power that resides within you, so we can begin your proper training as effectively and immediately as possible. Of course, unfortunately, I am no midichlorian expert. As I mentioned, I am head chef of the Death Star Cantina, so if you have any questions about our cuisine, I can definitely help you there, but for more on midichlorians, you'll have to speak to Darth Plagueis the Wise. He has done many studies on midichlorians and is brilliant and wise, as his name implies. As a member of the dark side, you are encouraged to pursue your passions. Darth Plagueis was fascinated with midichlorians, and thus we allowed him the freedom to do his research as he wished. Just like I am passionate about food and have been encouraged to pursue this in working at the cantina. Whatever you are passionate about, we can accommodate that here at the Death Star. So, do you have any questions? Lightsaber, of course. That is what they always ask. When do I get my lightsaber? The time will come after you finish your tests, and when we feel you are good and ready. Although I appreciate your enthusiasm. Any other questions? Well, if not, I'll free my hand. And welcome to the dark side.